video because I seen a comment. I I guess it was about like me getting an account deleted, and somebody was like, "Well, just because you got the account deleted, all they're gonna do is sell it to another company, and it's gonna stay on your credit reports for 7.5 years." And I think that they were also insinuating that they'll be able to collect on it too. And I just want to tell you guys a few things about collections, and I want you guys to really hear this information, okay? I think the biggest thing with us is we don't know our rights, and we don't know what we can and we cannot do, and what these companies can and what they cannot do. So first off, Midland Funding, Midland Credit Management, AmeriCollect, IC Systems, all of these different companies, what they're doing is they're buying your debt from the original company that you owe. So whether that's Capital One, whether it's Discover, or whatever company is out there, the original creditor, it's the creditor, okay? They're buying the debt from this company. Now, there is something called the last date of activity. This is the first day that you failed to pay. This is the first day that you failed to pay on this account. The account was due, and on that day, that's the first day you became delinquent. That's the day that you failed to pay. Accounts can stay on your credit reports from 7.5 years from that date, okay? Just know that 7.5 years from that day, okay? Another thing, we have something called the statute of limitations. It goes based off of that day too. That's when they have a certain amount of time to actually sue you. Okay, certain states got 3 years, certain states got 6 years. You just got to Google it. That's just a certain amount of time they have to actually sue you. Now, for somebody to say what the original creditor is going to do is they're going to sell it to a company and it's going to stay, all they're going to do is I just want to give y'all some terms. Just stick with me. They're going to re-age it, basically. They're going to stay on your credit reports for an additional 7.5 years. That is not correct. I don't care how many times your debt is sold. And let me say this too. Talk to an attorney. Let me say this. I don't care how many times your debt is sold. If you did not pay any money towards that debt, or if you did not agree to pay any money on that debt, then they cannot just re-age your debt. Re-aging is basically changing that date, where now the new date, except instead of it being the first date that you came delinquent, the new date that they're going off of is going to be the date that they're putting. A lot of collection companies will change that date, but that is illegal, you guys. That is illegal. They're not supposed to do that. That's why when I send out letters about these collection companies, all I want to talk about is how you just re-aging the debt. You're changing the last date of activity. That's something that we need to know and we need to understand. And guess what? If they sue you in court, and you find out that it's past the statute of limitations, they cannot sue you. They can actually try to sue you and get a judgment on you on this debt. Then you can literally say that in court and they cannot get a judgment. And I think that the biggest thing is we don't know. Now, I learned a lot of this, you guys, from just reading, and I got frustrated from just having messed up credit, and I was reading on this. When I sued Midland, this was something that I put in my lawsuit. I put this in my lawsuit, on Credit Karma, how they be changing the balance and stuff like that. I put that in my lawsuit, and I cannot tell y'all what we settled on, but just know the settlement was, hey, we know we messed up. Let's cut a deal. That's what we settled on, basically. It wasn't no they suing me. I sued them. And a lot of people need to understand that we have the right to sue these companies, but you need to know why you are able to sue them and why you should sue them. So think about it like this. I have certain debts that I messed up on, and I'm still not going to pay them. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all about that. It's certain companies I messed up with, I can never go back to them, like, period. And that's all right. It's other companies I can mess with out there. It's certain debts, certain companies I just cannot mess with, and I might owe them $6,000, but now it's past the statute of limitations, and I'm not paying a dollar on that because I'm not going to re-age it by paying on it or agreeing to pay on it. They cannot sue me for the debt because we outside of the statute of limitations. They can put it on my credit reports, but then don't forget, they got to go 7.5 years from the last date of activity. Okay, 7.5 years from last date activity. So that date may be up too. I don't care if a new collection company just bought one of these older debts. It does not matter. They cannot just put that on my credit report. They can't. They have to look at that date of the date of last activity. You guys have to see that. That's very important. That's why I tell people, look at Identity IQ. People like, why you don't just use Credit Karma? Why don't you use the other ones? Because they don't have the last date of activity. I need to know that. And if you guys really go on there and look, you will see that all these collection companies are re-aging your debts. They're changing that debt to the point where it's never going to be coming off your credit reports if it's up to the credit bureaus. Okay? And think about it like this. If you guys have the last date of activity and that's the date that they're supposed to go off of, and the date of last activity is supposed to be the first day that you failed to pay the original company. So if, say, Capital One, if you fail to pay Capital One March 1st, 2019, then they're supposed to go off of that date and do 7.5 years, or they're supposed to go off of that date to figure out what your statute of limitations is, right? Why is it that when a new collection company buy your debt, they're going to change that date to the date that they're putting on your credit report, so it'll have the open date and the last date activity the same date? That is wrong. They're re-aging the debt, and I want you guys to understand that, because once you understand that, you'll be powerful. I see so many people, like, I don't know what's going on in my eye. Maybe I just been working, still got makeup on. I need to clean my face. I think that's what it is. But I really see that a lot of people are scared of going to court on this debt. And I was like that too, y'all. I was scared, but then I had other personal issues going on where I was just like in a freeze mode. I was just frozen. I couldn't do anything. And I've been there, done that. But when I was actually with an attorney, and when I went to the courthouse and we were actually on the other side, we were actually suing these companies. And I found out that it's attorney literally come there with a stack of lawsuits, and what they're doing is they're calling the person name out, they finding out they're not there, and they say default judgment, default judgment. And if somebody is there, they automatically say, can I get on the payment plan? Y'all need to ask for the bill of sale. Y'all need to ask for so many different things to make sure that this company even owns this debt, or if they can even collect on the debt. That is really big. Like, that is so big. And when I had to sue Midland, I put all this in there. I told them to show me the documents. All they do is send a basic letter out saying, hey, we got this from Capital One, we got this from Credit One. Okay, but where's the other stuff? Because I don't even know who you is. Think of these companies as middlemen. That's like somebody coming to you, talking to you about somebody else. I need to talk to that person. How do you even know this information? And how do you even know this? And you need to show me proof on this stuff. Like, think of these collection companies just like that. And stop being scared of these companies, because a lot of these companies, all they doing is reselling the debt, and they don't have the correct information. So please, I really want us to start just learning basic laws. Please let me know if y'all want me to put more stuff out there about these different laws. I know I talk about this stuff, but I just don't know that like thin line. And I'm in school right now. I got like this Spanish is what's killing me, honestly, y'all. I'm working on my Spanish, but I'm in school right now. I'm working my way to go to law school, and I just don't know what's that line. I don't want to say too much, and they like, Rickita, remember in 2024 you said this. You were acting as an attorney or something. I don't know. I want to give out certain information, and then I'm going to school for nothing, because I can't even be a lawyer. But I really want to educate us on this, and I really want us to know these different things, because when I see certain comments, I'm just telling myself, like, I was once there. I once did not know either. So I'm going to give them grace, but I really need us to learn this stuff, especially now. A lot of people are getting lawsuits, and all they think about is, I need to get on a payment plan. I need to get on a payment plan. It's like, you don't even know. You ain't even asked them about this debt. All you want to do is get on the payment plan. So please, y'all, educate yourself on these different things. And hi to everyone in the comments. I'm sorry, I kind of been ignoring that, but I need to get this out, and I need to go wash my face because my eye is watering. But I just need to get this out there. We really need to know our rights, y'all. And we need to stand on it. Like, stand on it. Like, seriously, learn your rights. Don't be scared. And Google is your best friend. That's how I even learned about suing. I found out that, I'm black. You can clearly see that. I see other people of other races suing over an inquiry and getting 100,000. I said, you're right. And they suing over an inquiry. You got my credit report when you weren't supposed to. It's like we are playing the wrong game, y'all. Like seriously, we are playing the wrong game. But I just wanted to put that out there. Let me know if y'all want to make more videos on this. I really need to study for my Spanish test next week. I recorded a lot of videos today, so I can still keep them coming out for you all. But let me know if y'all want to see more on this subject. I would definitely go over more on this subject because we definitely need it. But I don't want to just talk about it and we just sitting around listening to it. It's just a waste of time, to be honest. But let me know, and I'll definitely make more videos. I'll see you all later.